It's Planet Zoo Day Saturday Challenge Edition. And cue internet being shitty at 2 p.m. on the dot. Wonderful. That's how we like to start things off, with an unstable connection. Our internet likes to micro drop sometimes, so I'm gonna have to wait that out for a minute. While we are waiting for that to stabilize here, I'm gonna grab one of my remaining incense sticks here and light that. One of the 2 scents I have found that doesn't make me cry or leave the room as fast as fucking possible. Come on. There we go. Sometimes I can get these box matches lit first swipe, and other times it's like, nope, not happening. So these sticky ones I have found, it's easier to light them off a candle than it is to get them with just the match, because sometimes they take a little bit more patience, and I don't have a lighter that I'm comfortable using right now. Oh, that went out. These are the ones from partially lit from Thomas Paine. Come on, stay lit. You're almost fully lit. Got one little ring left there, or one part of the ring. Okay, good enough. So they're from Thomas Paine's Christmas shop? No, Thomas Paine's Incense. It might be a Christmas shop. I know the Christmas shop up in a place called Smithville that we used to live near sold it. But I think they sold the thrift boxes, which don't always stay lit. Hey, internet connection, you gonna behave so we can do this? Alright, it's challenge day. That means it's time for Park Oceania. Today, at least, it means that. Alright. You need a staff room. I know, I need all sorts of things. But if we're in pause, we shouldn't need it. So, when we last left off, or at least so far, we have built our little bus area, which is a little cramped for 2 buses to be able to turn in and out of there. It should be a little bit wider, but we're not going to pay attention to that. That's fine. It's good. This is mostly just for the people spawner. We've got our 2 bus waiting areas. Ignore that. That's not staying there. That was just temporarily something I made to blueprint that we're going to use in this beginning area. So we've got our 2 things here. We've got our little fence separating the sidewalk from the waiting area. Now, I didn't go real hard on the zoo theme on the bus waiting area, because I was like, well, I mean, maybe we can make it the colors, but the city might have been like, no, it's our bus stop. We're okay with it being your colors, but nothing else. So then we'll really start having our theming happen as we enter in through here. So we've got 3 entrance gates on our entrance building. We need to finish decorating the entrance building because we didn't quite get that far. But we did get this much done. I need to figure out what we're going to put back here. I don't know if we're going to put the name of the zoo back here and just keep that going, or if we're going to like put the word exit up there. We might put the word exit up there just so people know how the fuck to get out. I don't know, I kind of like this. I might just flip it over and put that back there again. But before we work on that section, we need to finish dealing with this. So, of course everything is red. We have no guests in here yet. Alright, so we're back into construction. We're gonna go to themed props. Actually, yeah. This is gonna make it a shit ton easier. So we have some rules that we've set up. For those that are new here, hi. This is a challenge zoo, not like a challenge zoo, like a game specific challenge zoo. This is a challenge zoo that the husband and I are doing against each other. Where we need to build under certain building rules for each section that we're working on. We have those rules for this section listed at the top there. So what we are allowed, or what we must include in this area. So this is our entryway area. So we must have an entry, some sort of gate entryway, obviously. And see, this guy's just kind of stuck there. Can we do it like that way? Oh, do I like that one? I kind of like, I mean, that's just a mess. Hang on, I'm trying to do this and think at the same time. So, must have an entry gate of some description. Then we need a gondola stop, which we haven't put in yet because we are oh so far behind, as normal for me. And then we also must have an information booth and a bathroom. Now those I have put in. Those are on the other side of our building area here. Do we have anything like that we can put in this? Do we have any fish? There's no fish. What the fuck else would you see in here? We can't put anything in there? I guess not. Interesting. So, information booth, bathroom. And a garden. Now I have an idea for the garden area on the other side of the gate here. And hopefully I can branch that off to the, well, that's a small guy. To the, the fuck is with my brain today? To the gondola area. I would kind of like to bring our guys from up here. I should really try to blueprint this, because I have a feeling we're going to be using this a lot. Nope. Okay, I just want that guy. We are in Sandbox, if you couldn't tell, because we were able to demolish the front gate. We have crime turned off. We have power, everything turned on. We have litter turned off. Trying to think of what else we've got. We have it scrolling at the top for what we are doing in this section. If that makes things a little bit easier, because my brain is just only partially working today. Let's get out of that. Excuse me. Like, I can't... Oh, are you attached? Is that what's going on here? What? It's like it's invisible. Why is that piece... Okay. You are going to be one scenery group. Tell me that said object number and not... Okay, good. Okay, so... Park icon, I guess is what we're gonna call this one. Ore sticks surfboard. Okay. So we got that. Blueprint tags. It never lets me... Okay, I'm just gonna put you under other scenery. Okay. So we are gonna move you. Okay. So let's see about getting this bad boy up into here, although I don't know why you're gonna now be like that, but you are. So of course you are. blueprinted. Now, we're not allowed to use the game's blueprints or like blueprints off the workshop. So like this, we couldn't use. It's not ours. We didn't build it. We are allowed to use our own blueprints. However, how far off of the edge was that? 1, 2, 2. Okay, so it's about there. Are they touching the ground? No. Okay, that looks about right. Kinda. As good as we're gonna get. Okay. So then in here, like this part I was struggling with a little bit. I didn't quite know what I wanted to do in here. So down in here we can probably get away with something that's a little bit smaller, but kind of like our front entrance piece. Spacing on this is going to get readjusted. Potentially. If I can grab them. Okay, so see. So husband is in the process of finishing up the fly-throughs from the last challenge zoos that we did against each other. Now we didn't fully finish those zoos because we were both struggling a little bit without any real sense of direction aside from biome and critter selection. So we decided to shake things up a little bit with this one. It's going to be a little more restrictive as to what we need where. We're not going to be restricted in the sense of where building locations are going to be. That should be okay, I think. And then I need my, so it's like a much smaller version of what we did up here. Much smaller. Now if I can get him to cooperate and get in here, that would be great. So we decided to close those zoos, or consider that particular challenge done. So we're gonna do a fly-through video, or he's working on that. I think he's got like 1 or 2 more things to tweak on the edit for it, and then that should be going up on the YouTube channel. That'll be under the Challenge Accepted Money Matters playlist, for anyone that is interested. Alright, let me grab all of these guys. Actually, let's just grab all of it, because we need to bring all of it over here. Oh, it won't let me. Okay. What if we... Aha! Duplicate. Let's see if we can get this guy in here. Without a whole lot of fuss and muss. We shall see. No, it's gonna be just off, isn't it? Wow, the whole thing is just off. So like if I get it to where that is kind of touching. Nobody else is touching. Wow. Okay, so what if we do that? Okay, well, you're sort of touching. You're not. I got you over here, so I'm okay splitting. This guy. It's too low anyway. Okay, good enough there. I'll just kind of slightly slide you over. Good, good. Okay, so this piece, in theory, I should be able to that guy's not, doesn't really look like he's touching the wall, but it's probably okay. Alright, so that's probably good enough. I think those are pretty similar. Okay, so let's come down into nature here. And let's pop into Oceania and see what we've got, really. They're not considering those rocks Oceania, even though they were part of the pack? Fascinating. Okay, so this is gonna be a little tricky. Alright, so how about we okay. So I'm gonna try to put like a small bit of flower work towards the ends in here. Oh, I didn't make sure that it wasn't busting through the end pieces altogether there. Are we good? Yeah. Alright, so let's grab some of this that doesn't have any. Just want to get some. So like a piece like this, I can see flipping it around a little bit. Like I'm okay with that. Oh, you are ginormous. Yeah, I'm not gonna get you in there. No matter what version we use of you. That's just not happening. Alright, I think we can get maybe you in here. Let's see. Let's see. You're still a little big. Right. But I kind of like that. Kind of hanging out back here. Like, oops, the foliage got away from us. Alright, so what size are you, my friend? So this is a little guy. We can pretend he's like a little dwarf version, maybe. Or we can just stick with this guy. And I kind of like that. Like we can get some of these guys just kind of tucked into here. Don't want you poking through there though. That I do have a problem with. Okay. And then this guy. Okay. I'm cool with all that. Now we have to come back on this side and mirror that a bit. So I don't want the flowers all over. I'm just, in my brain, I'm like, oh, so some of the flowers grew that were in the sunny patches. Or opened up in the sunny patches. This is just to give us some ground cover in here, just so we're not doing just nothing but normal grass in there. Do 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 do. Do. Oh right, we still have to fix that. Okay. I forgot we had removed that. Surprise. Alright, so we got those two in there. And then I need to grab these guys. We're gonna see. I think it's just sliding slightly off. It's mildly aggravating. Okay, so that's good there. Now we still have to do a lighting pass in here, but should be okay with that for just the moment. Let's finish up in here. Let's go to all construction. So we can either take this board here. We could actually. Would it look weird being on the ground though? I don't know. It gives us a little pop of color down here. Which, you know, I'm all for. Providing we can get this bad boy straight. Because he seems to not quite want to be. So we could technically, like, take it to there. Let's see, how much of a pain in the ass are you going to be about flickering? Okay, you're not really. Good. That is what we like to see. You're drifting slightly though. Everything's drifting, and I don't know why. What did I do where everything is drifting? Alright, well, we're gonna see if we can adjust all of this guy once we get him in here. He's gonna be just over, so maybe we can extend that a little bit. Alright, so let's see if we can grab everybody carefully here. And we'll see about adjusting you. As best as we can. Like, it might just be how it's gonna be. Oh, that needed to be extended a bit further. Oops. Oops, the doodles. Alright, well, I've got 3 of yous in play now, so let's see if we can, speed up that part a bit. You know what? Nope, that should be good. I mean, the poles are a little off, and this does make the poles seem a little off, even more so, but that's okay. Nope, I want that. I think I can live with that. So all this was really meant to do was cover the ground here. Okay, that's a little better. Alright. I didn't want to go too crazy decorating this building, but at the same time we need decorations on the building. Alright, so what do we have for trash cans here? This is our Oceania trash can. Okay, now to terrain paint. Okay, there's no way that that's a size 3. We've seen size 3 when we've selected it, and it has not been that. Alright, so how far over do we extend this? I never know how to, like, where should the cutoff point be? That's my one thing I never really am good with, is where should our entrance cutoff be? I mean, there's no point in having an entrance gate if there's no other like structures to block it off. So I'm not quite sure how I want to handle that. How did you handle your entryway alley, husband? Russell? How did you handle your entryway?
What do you mean?
Like, how did you cut off your... How did you fill in the sides?
I didn't have that much space in the sides, and I can't remember if I already filled it or not. But basically, I was just putting some wild...
You just foliaged it?
Yeah.
Now, you said we couldn't add to building sections?
Huh? What?
You said we couldn't add to building sections, but you never put in staff room. And
I'm sorry, no, I assumed that we would have to put in staff rooms one way or another.
okay. We could do that. But I don't know. I mean, it's possible. I don't understand why the foliage pack for Oceania isn't picking up the rocks. Were these not tagged Oceania? They were. That seems kind of silly. To be perfectly honest. Now, I was thinking about like mirroring this a little bit off of each other, but that might look a little strange, so we're gonna still kind of roll with it, but maybe do it a little bit differently where possible. Okay, so we've got this kind of over here. Let's see, let's come back down into... Oh. Well. So while we did get some plants, we didn't get very many that at least were tagged properly. I keep insisting that that's going to be my turn it around key, and it's not. So I don't know what my brain is trying to do there. Oh, wow, that is a lot shorter, isn't it? I swear, every time I grab it, that key has just been giving me all sorts of issues. It's so touchy with how you grab it. Especially depending on the angle you're trying to grab it at. So like if there's another key even remotely close to it that it could attempt to grab instead, it usually tries to grab that one. For me at least. Okay, so we got that in there, we got that in there. Let's see. I don't know if I can grab all of these guys. We might be able to. Gonna have to probably take angle snap off of here to get this. Well, I mean, that's not bad. Not necessarily where I wanted it to be though. Alright, how far back was that? That was kind of to the planter box. Alright, well, I mean, yeah, that should be fine. And we'll grab this guy. And so we got that going on there. Did I put any more of those trees in over here? No, not yet. Okay. Okie dokie. So I think I want another one of our big guys here. And there. I think I want our ginormous king fern here. One there. Come on now. I'm grabbing the right arrow, damn it. Put you there. And you there. So that's the king fern. So we got two of those guys. I mean, I kind of want the front entrance way to be a little bit lush. Alright, so big, expensive guy. Just to make sure I'm not poking through the glass back there. Alright. So we're gonna grab some of our light soil. We're just going to add that back into there. I don't want to completely destroy all of our sand that we put in. Okay. Now, you okay? Let's grab some of our ground cover here. And we'll start to get that kind of worked in just a bit. Okay. And maybe just a little bit more over there. Okay. So let's give this side the same sort of treatment here. Now, it wouldn't be exactly the same growth pattern for this stuff. This is basically just ground cover. Okay. Alright, that's fine with that. Got some. Alright, I'm gonna put this on for this 'cause it's gonna be a little bit easier. Oh, nope, 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 that's not what I wanted. Not at all. That's not what I wanted either. Just gonna kind of have this lining. This section here. So this is the Oceania faux lava cooled. Hello, Doug. How are you? Hope your day's going all right. Not sure where MrNisey wandered off to. I think he went to the bathroom. So he will probably be back in a minute. Oh, I'm alright. I overslept. I had set an alarm for 2:30 yesterday because I was napping in between cooking because my mom wanted a turkey for her birthday dinner, so that took a little bit of cooking and I had to get up way earlier than I wanted to. So instead of streaming yesterday afternoon, I was trying to take a nap while food was cooking. And I have a 12:30 alarm and I have a 2:30 alarm, and I guess when I set the alarm last night I was like, oh, 2:30. I saw the 2 and the 3, I'm like 12:30, that's it. And I woke up at like 10:30 because the dogs were mauling my husband in a playful way. And they were like, no, get up, we want to go outside. And they were just chewing on him and biting him playfully, and they were just being straight up goobers. And I kind of woke up to that. I'm like, what is even happening? And he got up with them to take them out because they wanted him, not me. And I fell back asleep and woke back up and asked him specifically, what time is it? And he said, it's 12. And I'm like, okay. So I was thinking, alarm's gonna go off in just a minute. And the alarm never went off, and I woke up again. I'm like, what time is it? He goes, 1:35, and I was like, fuck. He's like, what? I said, stream. He goes, oh. Right. I was like, yeah, right. I was like, sorry, I didn't know you had to be up at a specific time, and I'm just like, really? But we did manage to start exactly on time today, somehow. I managed to get up and get my shit together in a somewhat timely manner. It helped that I didn't have a whole lot of stuff to deal with this morning, this afternoon. Are you cheating with your ocean garden? No, actually, I am not. This isn't the actual garden yet. We're still on the outside. Because apparently when he asked me about that, I was like, no, it has to be on the other side of the gate. This is still just our entryway. We've got the building flushed out. We've got... Oh, I still have to do the lava shit over here. So far this morning we added some cargo net to the front. I have to add this to the back still. We added 2 trash cans. We put in some different curbing here in between the stanchion entrances. We did our foliage in here and decorated that up on either side, and now we are working on filling out this. This is that silver palm. This is the mini version of that. We've got some king ferns in here, 2 different sizes. We've got the cabbage tree, and we've got the what the fuck is it? The pig something. Coastal pig face happening in there. So no sir, we are even out here where I technically didn't have to yet. We are still following along. With that rule set. I forget what his front entrance looked like, but I think ours is going to look a little different. I don't know if I really want to do these tiki heads in between every one. Is that going to be too much? I mean, I don't know. It might not be. Oh, I think he's rummaging for a snack. I hear him in the kitchen. I mean, it could potentially be overkill. But at the same time, I kind of like it. I guess I won't really know until we get it all in there, and then I might just fucking hate it. So I think it's gonna be one of those things where we just kind of have to do it and see what happens. Oh, hello, Build. I think I'm pronouncing that right. How are you? Sometimes my dyslexic brain wants that to be Blide, and I have to do a double take on it and really look at the name. So I do apologize if I pronounce any of your names wrong. My brain likes to flip letters around. I've had this transposing problem for always. Makes life really annoying, but also interesting at times. I seriously thought somebody's name on Twitter was Itsy for the longest time. I looked at it again the other day and I was like, oh, I thought that was so-and-so's artwork when I saw the name, and I'm like, wait a minute. And I looked at the name and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Have I been calling them Itsy in my brain for like 2 years, and it's Titsy, not Itsy? Right. Unless the Titsy was wrong and it is actually Itsy and my brain just coughed up another version of their name, which is entirely possible. You also get called Buildy. Okay, we can work with that if that's what you prefer. We can go with Buildy, unless you have a different pronunciation. It's why on my name I tend to put, like on Discord I have it spelled and then I have it phonetically spelled, I think, next to it. No, I don't. Somewhere I do. I used to. I took it off, I think. But sometimes, if people aren't used to my name, I will phonetically spell it next to it. I've gotten a multitude of pronunciations on mine. Because mine's an interesting pronunciation if you've never heard it before or haven't had a Denise in your life. Just don't mess up my name, it's very simple. Yeah, Buildy's fine. Okay, cool. So, the Nisey name was actually given to me by a coworker. When I worked at the craft store, she started calling me Niece or Nisey, which was a nickname I was fine with. I was like, that's fine. I tried using it when I was signing paperwork up front. They're like, no, it has to be the name on your fucking work record. I was like, god damn it. So we are building the front entryway. There's a lot of tikis. That is a shit ton of tikis. We could go with this thing instead. We could go with the buoys. But the tiki guy just kind of fit that gap there so lovely. I mean, the surfboards could work too, maybe. But then that's going to be a lot of surfboards. Oh my, that's a face. So, I mean, we could do this instead. Did we modify those colors? No, we didn't. So, we don't have to modify this. So, I mean, technically, we could do something like that. So this is just the entrance way coming up to the gate. Although that's not bad. With the little gappy-do in between, but does it look strange with the gappy-do? This gives us some height. I think I kind of like that. I would say put it a little... We might leave the tiki dude on the corner. But no, that would be the... That's perfect. Because, I mean, I'm looking at the tiki guys, and I like the tiki guys, but I think it's overdone. That's going to be a lot of tiki guys, and it looks too much. This is a little more plain. Right? This feels a little bit better. I like these little dudes, but it's either that or we grab that mask, and even then if we use the mask I think it's going to be too much tiki. And I know some people would argue and say you can't overdo the tiki, but I think in such a small area. Now there were a couple different tikis that we could have used, but the only thing different with them was like the yeah, I think I like that better. Was like just their height and their coloring was slightly different. I do mean slightly. But I think this, for such a small scrunched in area, is probably a little bit better. How do you think planet anticipation is killing me? How do I think planet Sorry, sometimes I don't pay attention to the chat as much as I should. Especially when I get really into building something. So sometimes I am a little slow to see the questions, especially when my moderator isn't in the room stealthily saying, that's a good question, to make me look at the chat. Be like, what did I miss? he doesn't always think to talk every so often, so that's why I'll start typing or talking in the background, even if you can't really hear me very well, to ask him a question. Oh no, we'll never know. We'll never know what Planet Zoo thinks. Or what do we think Planet Zoo? I think it's Planet Zoo. Oh no, you got called away. Or your internet dropped. Either one's entirely possible. Maybe I should have started this at the entry gate. I hope this fits in the end. How do you think Planet Zoo would work with co-op? Oh, are you doing voice? Are you doing voice? My husband does voice to text all the time when he's talking to me on Discord. 'Cause he'll be in the other room. And because a lot of times he has to sleep in his mom's room. She's not here. We're in her house. Because we have cats that can't be next to each other or out with each other. They get real angry. And the one's a bully towards the other one, so we like switch them out who's loose during the day, and then at night he usually sleeps with the older one who's in her late senior years, we believe. Some nights, past few nights he's been in our room, but because she's been loose and the other cat doesn't seem to care so much. But when he's in there and we're talking to each other through Discord and he's on his phone, he's always using voice to text. So then I have to play, what the fuck did he just say? Because he has the slightest tiny lisp when he's talking on it. And voice to text likes to autocorrect some stuff or just not pick up the word at all. And he'll be like talking, I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he goes, goddamn phone, it was supposed to say this. And I was like, oh, well, that's not what it said. That was a word I could not guess, sorry. But no, if you're doing voice to text, that's fine. I just didn't know. That's not a problem. Oh, you don't? Oh, it's just being slow. Okay. How do you think Planet Zoo would work with co-op? I don't know. Like, I would like there to be one. Kind of. But I don't know how that would work. Because, there's a lot going on here. I didn't double that up, right? Especially if you get two detailed builders, I can understand why it's not. Because that's a lot of strain on one person's PC, right? Like, a lot. This PC that I'm on, I don't fully remember the specs on it. We replaced it in... I want to say April? I'm trying to think of when I got the money. I was the beneficiary on my dad's life insurance. He passed away the end of February, like the last day of February. And we were supposed to get the money within like 2 weeks, but there was a paperwork snafu, so it ended up taking like a month. And then like we got the check, and we got the check for after all of his expenses were taken care of, and it was basically mine to do with whatever. We had to get some work done on our car. Fluids had to get changed out. We had to get the brakes checked. They said, no, we don't really think you need to replace the brakes yet, or the brake pads or whatever, so we didn't. We got some tires. We paid off our debts at the moment. And then we had a whole bunch more debt happen after the fact. With emergency shit. I replaced his computer. Yeah, I guess it was around the beginning of April. My other PC, we were planning on replacing this one anyway. And the opportunity arose. So we're like, okay. But while we were trying to figure out what we wanted to do and what we were going to custom order and where we were order it from, my other one died. I was just going live for a live stream and everything went black. And I was like, the fuck? And husband's like, what's the matter? I'm like, oh my god. He goes, what's the matter? I was like, everything went black. He goes, what? On your screen? Maybe it was just the cable. And I'm like, no. Like, everything turned off and went black. Like, nothing is working. My mic's not lit up. Nothing's working. He's like, alright, calm down. And he came over and was messing with cables. And he goes, oh. He goes, I think you're... He thought it was my power supply originally. Because I think the power supply died. I was like, no! And, the check had just cleared. So he's like, well... I was like, I don't want to wait 2 weeks. Is there anything local? So he started searching on his computer, and Best Buy had one that was on sale that the specs weren't terrible on. So we ended up getting this. So this one isn't custom, so I'm not really sure the full limits on it, but he goes, this is actually pretty decent for the price on it. Came with a decent graphics card. So we ended up getting this one. Something from... Oh, who the fuck made this thing? Cyber something? It's still handling Streamland Park very well. And that's a pretty detailed file in some of that, but I think 2 people building, you'd have to have a really chunky PC. So I don't know. I mean, I think they would have to do something where it wasn't as much strain. You should choose the next animal I build for channel points. Yeah, we could do that. It would only work on Planet Zoo days, but yeah, we could do that. So is MrNisey the tech guy? Yes, MrNisey is my tech support and the one that does the art for the channel. I get so many people all up in my Twitter following me, and I'm like, oh hey, we got a new Twitter follower, and it's somebody advertising their fucking graphic design stuff. And I understand that you're trying to get that hustle and you're trying to make your money and shit. I get it. But I'm like, I have an artist. I have an in-house artist that I don't have to pay. So, and I'm all about paying people for the work they do. Don't get me wrong, but I'm broke. We don't really make much doing this. Don't quit your day job if you want to be a streamer. Maybe dip your toe in the water to streaming first, and then see how it goes. Because streaming is such a fickle thing, content creation is such a fickle thing to hang your hat on. I would have a couple other backup things going. At least until you get like a steady community and you've got, you know, a better idea of what your income might be. Does he talk? No. No. He hasn't tried that on me yet. It'd be funny if he did one time, but no, he doesn't. Probably because we got stuck with somebody that spoke like that was kind of hard to understand when we had a problem with my previous PC. So the PC that died, I had that one for about 7 years. 8 years. We did switch out the power supply when I upgraded a graphics card. Because the graphics card I had, the power supply wasn't strong enough for it. But when I first got that PC, within 3 days of it out of the box, custom built from HP, mind you. This wasn't a off-the-shelf one. We had some custom stuff. We had added some RAM, changed some RAM around. I was noticing some weird things happening. Oh, we're gonna have to double this guy up here. We either have to double him up or we have to cut that corner. Which would be better? Cutting the corner? Hold on, I'll get back to story in just a second. Yeah, let's cut the corner. I think that's gonna be the better solution. Yeah, we'll put a tree there. It'll be good. So, 3 days out of the box, I noticed something weird was going on. I'm like, something's not right. He goes, what do you mean? I don't know. Something's just not right. And then I got blue screen of death. And I was like, what? And I flipped my shit. I'm like, what do you mean? I was like, Russell, this computer's 3 days old. Why am I getting blue screen of death? What the fuck is happening? It's like, alright, well, calm down. It's still under warranty, so let's call them. He ran BIOS and all on it and everything. He goes, I don't think it's picking up your RAM. It's like picking up half of it. It's not picking up all of it. Speaking of Russell, husband's back.
Yeah! Hey, Doc!
And Build's here.
Build. Okay.
Yes.
I was trying to figure out how to pronounce that. Hey,
yeah, me too. I was like, am I saying this right? Because eye placement can be a little tricky for me sometimes. I know it's probably not one of the standard dyslexic letters, but for me, that's one of the ones I like to transpose. But, so like 3 days out, blue screen of death, he's running BIOS, he goes, I don't think it's picking up all of the RAM. He goes, I think one of your RAM sticks is bad. So I was starting to have a meltdown. He goes, no, it's fine, it happens sometimes. It's okay. We'll just call them, we'll tell them, we'll get them to send us a new stick of RAM, it'll all be good. I was not convinced, and I was like, really? Are you sure? So we called them. They had to remotely run BIOS with us. I guess to prove that we were not trying to pull one over on them, which, you know, fair enough, I guess. And, he's like, it sounds like a bad motherboard. I was like, what? He's like, it sounds like the motherboard's gone bad. It happens sometimes. We're gonna send you shipping labels and a box, and you need to ship the PC back to us. I was like, the fuck? And then when we get it, we'll switch out the motherboards and then send it back to you. I'm like, how long is this gonna take? And they're like, maybe, you know, just a day or two after we get it. Okay. Took them 3 days to, took the box, the empty box, mind you, 3 days to ship to me with the shipping labels inside of it. We dropped it off the same day the box showed up at a FedEx. Took another 2 or 3 days to get back to them. I was without my brand new PC for almost 2 weeks by the time everything was said and done. Get it back. There was paperwork in there to make any notations for anything else that needed to be looked at. We specifically stated, we think one of the RAM sticks is bad as well. Can you please check the RAM sticks? We put a dot on the stick we thought was bad with a Sharpie marker. We marked it in a specific location so we knew if it had been swapped out. Got the PC back, turned it on. Within 10 minutes I had blue screen of death again. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Then I really lost my shit. We opened up the PC. We checked the RAM sticks. The RAM stick we believed to be bad was still there. Like, you motherfuckers. So I don't know if it was ever a motherboard issue. It might have just been a RAM stick issue the whole entire time. We called them back. Because Russell's like, I'm not paying for this if it's under warranty. That's stupid. Had to go through the whole thing again where they sent us the box. To ship it back. Oh, it's fucking livid. This one I haven't had a single issue with. Haha. Wonderful. You fit in there quite lovely. Yes. But, I don't know. Husband, how do you think, Planet Zoo co-op would work?
I don't think it would work very good, to be honest. Like, what's the gameplay purpose of co-op Planet Zoo? Like, I mean, what's the game look like? Like, okay, let's take for example, Stardew Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Stardew Valley, we'd both be working on our own farm, in theory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are we doing in Planet Zoo that would be cooperative? That's right, so you didn't take that whole section, just moving. Well, you couldn't really rotate it.
Yeah, the angle's gonna be funny.
But yeah, I mean, like, I don't think it would necessarily benefit. I don't think co-op would do much for Planet Zoo. Because I don't know what you would do with it.
I just think it would be too much strain.
Really, adding co-op to stuff isn't that bad.
No, but, I mean, if you've got two people in Planet Zoo in the same game, at the same time, building chunky, I think it would be really strainful on one particular person's PC.
It would be no more strainful than one person building chunky and it being chunky on their PC. There'd be almost no real difference in how much it goes through. No.
This is why he's tech support. I don't know shit.
Yeah, I mean, there might be a little bit more, but not enough that, like, we wouldn't notice it. It's just, it wouldn't have that big of an effect. You would just, instead of having moving NPCs wandering around, you'd have parts moving around instead.
Well, I meant more of if you've got two people building chunky in the park. Like, when we swapped the map back and forth, it got kind of obnoxious towards the end of us doing that, and we had to stop.
Yeah, Nisey probably just spotted it. She doesn't always keep a very close eye on the chat. So yeah, we are talking about your question.
No, you were out of the room, so I wanted to ask your opinion on it.
Okay, my bad.
I was just asking him.
Because they had commented asking about if we'd brought it up. So,
yeah,
like,
I'm just asking him now.
Technically, it would be possible. I just can't imagine where's the fun? Like, what are you getting out of it that you can't get by just showing someone your zoo?
So we originally had a map that we split in half as equally as possible. And we had two zoos mirrored on the same map in the same save file.
Just not being lovely. I'm not sure what that means. Not sure I understand that one, Build.
Just not being...
Oh, I understand the guinea pig at least. Tweet, 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 tweet,
I miss Lucky.
Yeah, I miss my pigs. They were good little critters.
They were a pain in the ass to get their nails cut.
Well, yeah.
But we also didn't...
Oh, not being lonely.
Oh, lonely, yeah. I mean, it can be lonely when you're building in here.
So, I don't know how to say this without sounding like a real bastard, so keep in mind, I don't intend this in a bad way. That's what Fortnite's for. Again, that sounds terrible, that's not what I mean. But, like, it's not a game that favors social interactions just by its design. You know, it's not like, for example, RimWorld is a single-player game. There's multiplayer mods for that. Because you can kind of see it. You've got your own little town going on. You can interact with other people's
There's a
properties.
multiplayer mod for
Yeah!
that?
There's a couple.
Oh, God.
Oh?
I can't imagine
you
that.
Want to play RimWorld with me?
No, no, I really don't. I really don't.
Come on, I can help save you when you do horrible things and wipe out your own people.
No, I got really bored in there. It was too fast at times and too slow in others, and it just pissed me off.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But, like, hey, Zorts! But I can see RimWorld makes a degree of sense, even though I personally don't do that. Yeah, I know, Zorts, she never got far enough in for the hilarity to happen. She did play a little while, and she couldn't really get into it long enough to get to the good stuff. I think she did manage to kill one colony, though. She did manage that.
A full colony?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, a colony is however many pawns you have, and I know you died at least once. Or got to the point where it was doomed anyhow and you stopped.
I think I just stopped because we were doing it during the WoW Challenges podcast vacation. And Christmas happened, and then WoW Challenges came back from vacation, and then I was busy on Saturdays again.
Well, that might have been the second time.
Yeah, the second time. The first time, I think just shit hit the fan, and I'm like, I'm out. I can't. Yeah. I can't do it. But I don't have to worry about that now. So since I'm not part of the podcast anymore.
So I am gonna ask.
Yeah.
Why not copy the fence piece and the next? Because
they're both on different angles.
Well, yes, but if you adjust the fence piece, then all you have to do is change the angle of the other piece. Like, you won't have to move it over and try to measure the distance and everything, because it'll already be there.
Every time I've tried to do that when I'm dealing with, like, curvy sections, it pisses me off because it doesn't line up right.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this section I can probably get away with.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm talking about, just like this section.
Because it's a little bit straighter. But even then, like, I spend more time fucking fixing it than if I had just moved it piece by piece.
Fair enough.
Because then this thing's not...
But yeah, so I can't see this game being multiplayer. I can see this game having an option to visit the zoos of other people. Like
I would like
in first-person
that.
mode, I kind of like that myself.
Because, like, your avatar already visits, right? But you personally can't visit. Like, I think that it would be cool if there was an option where you could walk around in guest mode and physically look at somebody else's zoo if it was open and in a certain window where the permission was allowed while they were playing or something.
Have fun, Build.
Alright, see you, Bill.
And Doug, I'm waiting for your question with full attention.
Oh, God. So, I made the mention that you're my tech support.
Well, of course.
So, I think that's what this question is going to be related to.
We're waiting with bated breath. She keeps checking the feed.
I know.
What's the question gonna be?
I think I know what the question's gonna be, but... Oh no, that's not the question that I thought it was gonna be.
On a good laptop, probably. You would definitely want to play with, a limit on how many
guests are in the park.
guests are in there, because that's gonna be the biggest part of your problem. But like a good laptop with an actual like appropriate graphics card in it.
I would also suggest a cooling.
Well, your laptop was shit, hon. That's why you had cooling problems.
Well, it was one of the first laptops.
Yeah, it was also cobbled together by morons who didn't know how to build a laptop.
And I think I dropped the charging block once, and they told me that if I did that, it could hurt the PC.
That is stupid. That's not how it works. Like I said, your first laptop was built by morons. Okay? There's a reason they're not around anymore, and they weren't around even back when we moved away from that area.
Yeah, were they?
Yeah, they were gone.
That PC, that laptop, I was like, oh, I'll get a laptop. It'll be easier. It wasn't really for gaming though, that laptop. But that laptop got so hot that the paint started to bubble.
Yeah, enough guests will wreck anything because it's that many moving tracking parts.
Because they've got litter, they've got doodads with them.
Well, not even that, just the fact that they move and the game has to basically go through each tick updating every guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what does it. But like, if you limit the guests, I can see this running fairly well.
And you can limit the guests in the game options. I think I ended up doing that at one point because it was getting a little chuggy, so I like knocked it down to like max.
Oh my god! Oh my god, what, Doug? Oh my god! I'm just gonna make that noise till the answer shows up. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah.
Settings.
Me, 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 me. Go for oh my god to Beaker. Yeah, I don't know if you can limit it to one guest. I thought there was like it would be under Sandbox for you. Guest settings. Limit number of guests. You'd have to check the box too. There's nothing wrong with that, but I couldn't help but react that way.
No,
see, it limits to 500.
Minimum's 500.
But again, keep in mind that they also work, animate, and interact as a block. So that's not 500 individual things being tracked as 500 family groups. I also don't know how that might affect the economy, if it does affect it at all. I want to say it scales everything, but I don't really know. I've never tried it. But yeah, so that shouldn't be too bad. If you can play most other games on the laptop, then you can play this.
What about memory? I guess it would depend on how many.
What do you mean, what about memory?
Like, well, for like, if you wanted to do all of the DLCs, would that?
What the hell does that got to do with anything?
Well, actually, no. Planet Zoo is different in the DLC realm. The stuff's already in there. You just have to pay to unlock it.
Sweetie, that's normal.
Is it though?
Yes.
Because other stuff I've had to download the thing.
That's pretty damn normal nowadays.
Really?
In modern games, yes.
See, he's my tech support. I don't know shit. Oh, you don't own a laptop?
Oh, is this just a hypothetical?
See, I don't know all the little... I'm just like, Russell, fix it.
Yeah, no. Also keep in mind that DLC is different from a main game because you don't have to duplicate like how it operates. You don't need all the code that gives you move for X. Okay. You're just usually adding textures and meshes and stuff like that. That's why a DLC for a game like this doesn't have that much more content.
Okay.
So... Forgive me, it's Tums o'clock.
What did you eat?
Oh, I made myself a steak-'em sandwich.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not selling well, but nothing ever does right now.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Did you blot it?
Yeah. No, it's just everything doesn't like me right now. I'm probably having another digestive problem. It's okay.
You did fall asleep last night, though.
Yes.
Eventually.
Yeah, I finally got some sleep, so...
Until we were woken up by dogs pouncing on us this morning. Although they were being so fucking adorable. Like, Russell really wanted to be mad at Zuzu, but then Momo joined in and he couldn't be mad at them anymore. Because they were making him laugh. What were they doing? Were they, like, grooming you?
No, they were just jumping all over me.
Oh, because I heard you yell at somebody because they were nibbling you or something.
No, they were jumping on me.
I'm happy they've put it in. I've actually not really put primates in my zoos. It's just not happened. I like to use the animal generator when I'm working on these things, just to see what I get. I have not gotten a primate to pop up yet. Which is why I was kind of excited last night when we spun the wheel of building Doom after we finished Grubs. And I got the spectacled. Am I saying that right?
Spectacled.
Spectacled, like
With
eyeglasses.
the spectacle.
Huh?
As in wearing spectacles.
Yeah, so like the glasses, spectacled. Yeah. Okay. For some reason I always thought that wasn't the right word because I'm like thinking glasses, but so when we got the spectacled flying fox, I was actually excited because that was the first walkthrough exhibit the damn animal exhibit thing he's given me. So I was like, sweet. Something different. I don't hate apes. I haven't gotten any. Oh, okay. So now we have to... We have to kind of try to swing this like we did the other one. Let's see if we can pull that off. I just realized that wasn't really touching on the others. That's okay. I've just got so much stuff I want to work on, and I just don't have enough time to work on it. Like, I was really hoping that we were gonna get to my garden idea. I think I'm gonna have to stream on Monday though. Sorry, sweetie. We're not making Monday an official stream day. It's gonna be a bonus stream day. But I might have to stream on Monday this week. I originally woke up at 10 with him and the dogs. I was like, oh, I should get up. We could stream early because I need time. And I fell back asleep. So how is Zortz today? If Zortz is still here. Shout out to Zortz. He does the wrestling things, some of the RPG things. Sometimes he's doing Stardew Valley while drunk. Or trying to get drunk.
I would argue probably succeeding.
Starts is alright, working tonight as usual. Ah, yes. Alright. On this side, can we... No, on this section we might be able to copy this over. We'll see. Where's my... Oh. I'm like, why isn't it... Oh, and this is all merged still now. Why is this being weird, though? Oh, you're still... Because you're still attached to it. Get the fuck out of there. Oh, did I just delete the whole thing? Yeah, I did. Damn it. See, you tried to be quick about it. And were you quick about it? Fuck no. Has the heat gotten any better for you in there? Sorry, I'm laughing at my... What? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Really? You know what? See, this is... What is happening? For fuck's sake. Why are you over here? Oh, right, because you still think you're merged. Of course you do. Well, I could just do it this way. Planet Zoo's like, ha, bitch, I don't think so. I try to think I'm gonna be all slick and shit and be like, yeah, okay, we can do it this way. No, no, we can't. And I mean, I could, but I don't feel like fucking around with it, fixing it, because then that's gonna take more time than if we had just done it this way. I don't actually have to cook dinner tonight. We're having leftovers. I am so excited. You have no idea. I've like cooked every night for the past month. I'm so excited. Okay. More excited than I should be. That's for certain. Oh wait, there we are. So one of the goals for the stream now is to pick up stream avatars from Steam. It is on my next purchase list because I think I'm pretty good with art supplies for the moment. So maybe by time December rolls around we'll be able to pick that up, and we're going to try to have little flamingo avatars that people are going to be able to put on the screen. Maybe, if we can get that figured out. Okay, so the question is, should we have some more of the screen stuff all the way up to the edge here? Because this feels kind of empty. And, open. Oh, my mom had, we had an extra turkey in the freezer, so she wanted, that turkey for her birthday dinner. So I made a turkey yesterday, and with it just being the 3 of us, we've got quite a bit of turkey left over. So we've got turkey, mashed potatoes, I think there was some stuffing left, there was coleslaw that she wanted. I still have some dinner rolls, I think she has some peas left that she wanted. I'm just glad I don't have to fucking cook. So happy. Well, it's what we had in the freezer, and we didn't know what to do for her birthday because cash is tight at the moment. Technically, we're taking her to the zoo on Tuesday, as her birthday gift. But that's not till Tuesday. And Russell and I both decided on a birthday dinner this year instead of doing anything too elaborate, because our birthdays, it's hard to do stuff that's elaborate for our birthdays because they're like a week in between them, which is all sorts of ridiculous and funny. We're a year apart in age, but our birthdays are like a week off from each other. So we're like, it was so fucking hot. We didn't really want to do anything, and we didn't really have the money to do anything. So we had picked like cheesesteak things that we ended up having, and I didn't know what to do with her, and Russell's like, you know, we have a turkey in the freezer. I was like, we do. So we asked her, and she's like, yeah, that's good. Oh, there was an un-tiki'd one. I'm not changing it, but I didn't realize. Wish I'd realized that. I'm not changing it now, though. Can I color this concrete? Oh, that's very well. Let's see here. If we can try to get this in here. It's not going to be 100% even. I'd kind of prefer Alright, let's see if we can make this work. Yeah, basically Thanksgiving in September. Oh, we're going to Tulsa. Yes, Tuesday is my dad's birthday. So we, their birthdays were a couple days apart from each other as well, which is kind of funny. I didn't really equate the similarity, but yes, it is a fountain. But we didn't want her to be sitting in the house on his birthday the entire day, just lamenting on the fact, since it's his first birthday, he's not here. So we asked her if she would prefer to go on her day or on his day, and she said his day. So that's what we're doing. gonna go with this one instead. It's a little bit bigger and it doesn't have that weird raised up thingy in the middle that I don't want right now. What the hell? What is this? Oh, is that for the orangutans?
Or other climbing critters, I believe.
Huh. Small bracted frame. Okay. I wonder if that new climbing animation is built into the orangutan or if it's built into the pieces. I guess it would be built into the orangutan. Okay, so this really. Because of course, you two are going to interact funny. Right. Okay, so that's not gonna work. Heat map. Can we not? Okay, so can I... No. Okay. Because that thing raises the terrain up. Right, so... Okay. Back to... our fountain. Then... I suppose... So no, we're going to Tulsa Zoo on Tuesday. I think for our first time going to Springfield, that's gonna have to be an overnight trip. If not a weekend trip. Just until we know how that is going to affect the husband. Because the driving's a little more mountainous to get up there. So I'm gonna come back into nature. No, Springfield, Missouri. There's a lot of Springfields out there. So Springfield, Missouri is about 2 hours from us. Tulsa's about 2 hours from us, but the train's very different to drive through. Driving to Tulsa on the road that we take's a little up and downy because we've got some mountains that we have to drive through, but I think the mountains are a little bit steeper going to Springfield than they are going to Tulsa. Yeah, I know. But I don't really want to go to Little Rock. 3 hours is a long drive to go to the zoo. I think for the two of us, it's not so bad. I mean, this is coming from the person or from the people that have a fucking zoo aquarium bucket list trip list going. So considering where some of our locations are that we want to go see, I guess, you know, I don't mean it in that sense, but it's a little bit much for my mom. Because she's got some spine issues and stuff. So because the zoo's a lot of walking, we bring my dad's wheelchair and she kind of sits in that while we take her around. She does a little bit of walking in some places, and this time we might have her walk in through the smaller buildings that are a little bit harder to maneuver the wheelchair in, because not all of their buildings are exactly wheelchair friendly. Alright, time for you to go. Alright, sir. Be careful, be safe. I will talk to you later. Oh, that's too big. Let me see this guy. But hopefully one day we'll be able to work on our bucket list zoos and aquariums. That would be nice. It's probably just a fantasy at this moment, but what the hell, you know? You have one too. So, the Georgia aquarium is definitely on there. There's one place I really, really want to go see eventually. Oh, shit. Clicked the damn X when I didn't want to. And since we're going to be there anyway, going to the Georgia aquarium, we might as well stick Zoo Atlanta, or Atlanta Zoo, whichever they're calling it, on there as well. That one's in a little close, actually. Yeah, that's a little bit better. If we can get out of the tree, that would be super great. And we've got the Clearwater Aquarium in Tampa, St. Petersburg area of Florida, as well as Zoo Tampa. I really want to check out Zoo Tampa. I did not realize that when I had first seen that there, I was like, oh, I don't know if this is going to be that good of a zoo. I don't know if we should bother. And then I realized after the fact that that's the zoo that had a TV show, or was part of one of the zoo TV shows that Russell was watching. He goes, oh no, that place? I was like, yeah. He goes, that's the same place. I was like, oh, yeah, we have to add that. So, we added that onto our list. You've been to Zoo Tampa before? It was called Lowry Park. Yeah, that place. We saw someone else's stream. There was lava. I don't know if there's going to be a beach in this zoo. I'm not sure. I mean, we could set up some beach-like rest areas in between our build sections, because we do have some requirements that we need to meet. And we're not really allowed to add too much, although I did ask for a clarification on one thing because I had an idea for something, and I did get an approval for that. So when we get to the monarch butterflies, I did ask if I can put 2 exhibit houses down for that. Because we're technically not allowed to add anything to the specific building areas. I mean, this would be a lot faster if I wasn't fussing the rocks quite so hard, but I don't want it to be too symmetrical here. Kind of need to fuss that a little bit. We have Springfield Zoo on our list, St. Louis Zoo is on our list. I was kind of gonna do a like a garden, because I saw in somebody else's zoo stream where you can make the walls of your exhibit house invisible entirely and it will look like you're outside, but the animals will still think they're trapped within the building parameters. So I was like, we could do that, or we'll end up doing a house. I'm not sure which yet. There's a chance we could just do like a large greenhouse thingy, or we might do the garden. I haven't figured out what I want to do with that just yet. I did want to try to do a sort of half bubble dome for the garden. To walk through. So that's going to be a little bit more involved. So my plan is to do sort of like an archway or archways with this bubble dome thing. So let's see, so we'll have that there. Do I want to just... almost want to just cover that up. So we don't really see the blue at all. Kinda. Some will have like half, like it won't be a full bubble dome. It'll be like a halfway down bubble dome. It'll still be open and airy, is what I'm thinking. If I can pull it off. Every time I've messed with those things, it's been a hot fucking disaster. But I saw somebody's method to their madness on building with those things, so I might give it another go. You know, I think I like that better. Without seeing all of that. Letting them free the snakes. Yeah, I don't think we should free the snakes. No, no, no. That's okay. But, yeah, so we'll do that. I don't know, how do I want to do this? Like, I was thinking that maybe we would put the name, we might bring the name down here and put it in the pool, but that might be overkill because I mean we can see Park Oceania name up there on the ticket entrance. I might put some of those little statue guys down in here. So if we're gonna do it this way, I can get rid of a few of these guys. Because then we don't really need those guys. Who else is on our list? Who else is on our list? The Boston Aquarium's on our list. I don't think there's a zoo. Is there a zoo in Massachusetts?
I have no idea. Other than, well, no, I don't know if there's a zoo.
Was there a zoo in New Hampshire?
Not that I'm aware.
Like not like a dinky little zoo, like a zoo worth going to.
Not that I'm aware of. I don't remember going to many zoos when I was growing up.
Okay. And not to, you know, I'm not saying that I don't mind dinky little zoos. I just meant something that, you know, is it worth us spending the time staying there? Like if we live there and that's your option, cool. But we're traveling, so I'm trying to make our dollar worth it. Kind of deal. But like if it's like a zoo with like 3 animals, that's not really worth it to me. Because, you know, there's entry fees and usually parking fees and hotels. So I gotta be mindful of our budget. Because there will definitely be a budget involved here. Who else was on the list? The Omaha Zoo. Like, I never realized that, you know how you see those nature specials on TV? Oh no, I don't think that those are affiliated. I think that was an insurance company. But I think it was somehow tied in with those. Maybe, but there's mutual, is it mutual? I don't know. There's a Omaha Zoo I want to go see. That looks amazing. We're not really West Coast people. So like I really have no desire to go to California. I'm sorry for California people, I just don't. You can keep your earthquakes and your wildfires and your crazy bullshit. I'm sorry, that's not for me. I can't handle that shit. I can't handle it and I fucking know it. So I'm, damn it! So I'm not even gonna pretend. Oh, what fucking rock was that? I don't even know anymore. Alright, let's just go with this one. I hit the wrong button. So we probably won't be going to any of the zoos in California. So like no San Diego Zoo or anything like that. I've heard interesting things about them, we just won't be visiting them. So I'm thinking maybe we just kind of like edge this out to here. And then what if we kind of use these guys just to bring this out just a little bit further. So it's the same kind of basic rock shapes that they've got throughout. It's just the volcanic rock color on them. And I like this deep black color rock. I think it definitely helps. This is another rock color option. I think this might be a good rock color option if you're like working on... Isn't there like sea lions or something in here? I do wonder, I really do wonder if they're gonna pull the trigger and actually do like a full aquarium set of animals, or if they might consider doing that a separate game.
I can see them doing a separate game.
So can I. I think it would. I do think there's a market there.
I'd rather they didn't, but...
Like, I would rather it just be baked into Zoo. One less game I have to buy, but I do think people would buy it. But I don't know if they will, because I know there's some modders out there that have put in ocean critters, like aquarium critters. So the Omaha Zoo, if I have my zoos correct in my head, we have like a tentative list. It doesn't have everything on there yet, so I can't just post it. I think the Omaha Zoo had an aquarium in the zoo. Which I was like, wait, what? Really? I was like, that's kind of cool. Oh, you're gonna do one of those guys. Okay. Nope, I'll put you there. So this side, I feel like we need a little something something. Just to break up our sand here. And then maybe one more over here. Okay, that's not bad. No, we'll leave that be. Okay, so let me look at our plants here. Look, see, we are going to Oceania pack. See if I can get this sucker to behave here. Or do I want this guy? I think I kind of liked this guy in there a little bit better, to be perfectly honest. He seems a little bit more full of life, kinda. What's this guy look like? Oh! Well, talk about full of life. Interesting. This is the tree we were using. He's a little short, though. He is a little short. He does sit in there pretty well, though. How much are you floating? You're floating a little bit. Why do I... Oh, that's what I keep doing. Okay. Well, now that that mystery is solved. Oh, I thought you were much taller than that. You are not. Oh no, this is the one I was... So we can either go with this guy. I hit both my mouse buttons, so it made it go away. I think I liked the other guy better. Even if he was a little floaty in there. Okay, so what if we just go like 2 then? Can we slip 2 on there and kind of make it look like one slightly large tree? That could work. Oh, but we need 3. And then we're kind of losing the view on our sign there. I kind of like it though. I can probably slip another rock guy in there to take care of the foot, or I can stick another plant in there. Either is a possibility. Alright, if we go plant. Take this guy here. Alright, there we go. And then come back into construction. And we've got... Oh, where's the little doodles? There they are. Have our little sculpture guys. Just make sure you're sitting. You are. Alright, so am I still super behind? Yes. Does it irk me that it takes me so long to build stuff? Yes. Will I ever be able to do anything to change that? Probably not. Oh hey, he turned pink too. Okay, so we can change the color on those apparently. No, I think we'll just go with the 2 kiwis. That looks fine. Alright, so we didn't do any lighting out here yet. It is getting late though. So even though I don't have to cook, I still have to get dinner together. So I think we will pause there. Figure we'll do the lighting pass when we fully finish up this area. I'm still don't know, like, I feel like this is empty, right? Should we do more rocks or should we do more nature? I don't know. It feels a little... Feels a little naked, if you will. Like that seems a little bit better. Maybe these guys had their seeds kind of blow over this way in the wind. Or they just creeped out past the barrier. Because, yeah, it's been bugging me how, open that's felt. That's a little bit better. Alright, so this is where we're at so far. And I think we're looking pretty good, so we still have to do the lighting pass out here. God, it's got us in February already. That time is flying. We still need to bring the cargo nets to the back side here. Oh, I guess we don't have to. Right, we still put the doors in our bathrooms. I'm like, didn't I have bathrooms back here? I do. So we still have to do that. And then I figure we'll have the pathway branch off of here. And then we can start to do our bubble dome archway for our garden area and figure out where our gondola stop is going to happen. Is it one gondola stop or is it 2?
One.
Okay. We're allowed to put staff buildings where necessary, because I realized that we didn't list those. So just to try to balance it out, I might stick a staff room over here for the guests or for the employees working up here. So maybe we'll do staff room and gondola on either side just to try to balance it out. So yeah, we'll be working on the interior garden, finishing up the back side of this building and doing some lighting passes out in here next week, or Monday rather, I think. If I'm feeling well and we don't have anything else going on, I will try to do a bonus stream on Monday. It is bugging me seeing the back side of these though, because I didn't realize this wasn't two-sided. Okay, so that's where we're sitting. I would leave this in play, but I don't want the time to tick up on me unnecessarily. So yeah, that's where we're at. And we'll see how we can keep maneuvering with this. Husband, I think, is still planning on streaming tonight. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know how you were feeling.
I'll tell you if I'm not.
Okay, I just didn't know what you were feeling. So, he's gonna try for that. He'll be back around 7 p.m. Central-ish. So make sure your notifications are turned on here so you don't miss that. And, yeah, so I'm happy. I know I'm building slower than him, but I'm happy with how this is coming out. And, like, I didn't want to rush it too hard, because I wanted to be happy with what I was doing. But, yeah, I'm feeling this so far, I think. So, we'll leave it there, and later tonight, in a couple of hours, we'll be back, and he'll be working on his. He'll probably be finishing his entryway and starting his first animal building section. If I don't do a stream Monday, then I'll do a speed build for you guys, but then that's more shit I have to edit and take time away from doing other stuff, so we might just do it on Monday. We'll see. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy your dinners or whatever you're out doing, lunches, whatever. We'll be back in a little bit.